Hey everybody, it's DJ Scott, the CEO and co-founder of Tech1 Factory. Today we released a new campaign that we've been working on with several different interviewees. It's called Women in Tech, and our first episode will be released today with Nelooma. So we're excited for that, and I hope that you all enjoy, and stay tuned for more updates. All right, so again, this is Tech1 Factory. On the media side of the company, we're obviously still doing our Women in Tech campaign, and today we have Nelooma on the call, who is obviously a woman in tech, but the perfect type of woman that we would love to interview, who plays a part in certain tech spaces like data analysis and cloud engineering. So we want to get her perspective on the ins and outs and the challenges that she's faced, and also a little bit about her and her brand as well. So we'll jump right into it. So what got you interested in data analysis and cloud engineering?
I would say first off that my background is in computer science.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bachelor's in computer science, and I chose to do computer science because I have always been someone who enjoyed math right from like high school. So I thought I was gonna work really well with numbers, right? So when I graduated from college and I looked at the market, I realized how much data is data is like the new gold. Like everyone works with data. So I told myself I wanted to specialize in data science and data analysis. Because of my background, my transition was really easy because I had a computer science degree. I took some classes online to learn like machine learning and some of the tools that I didn't really learn in college. I mostly learned how to code in college. I didn't really learn like Tableau and Power BI and all that. So I took some of those classes, and yeah, that's pretty much my journey. I think the main thing that got me interested was just the demand. The demand. It's a secure career path to be in, and I enjoy working with numbers as well. So two things.
Awesome. That was a great response. I would like to piggyback on what you said as far as it being a secure, career. What do you think? Obviously, I know, but to everyone out there, what makes it secure?
Well, just looking at the way the world is going right now, we're meeting via Zoom, we don't have to meet in person. Technology obviously is one of the industries that is on the forefront in the world right now. Um, Most of the like Amazon, Microsoft, all the big companies are tech companies. And so just by doing a high level feasibility study, you can tell that, you're in a secure space when you're working on technology because there's gonna be a lot of innovation in it. It moves rapidly, but
Hmm.
it's safe. You're always gonna have something to do in technology.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's dope. Well, moving into the next question, tell us about the positivity pot. Or I'm excited to ask about that.
Okay. So, well, the name came about when I was really, really struggling with transitioning. I think I was really confused at that point. I didn't know, what I wanted to do. And a lot of the things that kept me going were like positive quotes that I would see online and, like just positive people that I had around me. And I
Mm.
realized that the only thing that kept me going at that point where I felt like I was in a dark place was the positive people that I had like in my community and the people that I had online. And so what I wanted to do was create an avenue where people could come and feed off that positive energy because a lot of people in life, go through a lot of things and they need that positive, they need that reassurance, they need that motivation to keep going. And so when I realized how much that encouraged me to keep going, I said that I wanted to create a space where people could come in and get that. because that really was what kind of pulled me out of the dark place that I was in. So I wanted to create a space for people to come and get the kind of, you know, energy that I received that saved me. That makes sense.
Absolutely, I love it. I love it. It's well needed. Something that, especially, as being people of color in the tech space, you need some type of positive energy or motivation to continue because there are times when life everything has ups and downs. So
Yeah.
that's awesome, and I'm glad you were able to use your experience to obviously give back in the same way that helped you can help others. What book are you currently reading? Like, what do you like about it as well?
So one of my favorite author, her name is Lovey Ajayi Jones.
Okay.
I'm reading her book called The Professional Troublemaker.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm currently reading. It's such a good book. It teaches you about making good trouble. She's a, she speaks for a living. She started out blogging. She's a black woman as well.
Mm,
She's an entrepreneur. She's one of my mentors. Uh,
mm,
she started off, blogging at a time when, no one else was doing it, and
mm,
she couldn't make sense of it, but she just kept doing it, and she eventually built a brand, and formed a career from something that she was just doing, and people were asking her, why are you wasting your time doing this, so
mhm,
the book basically encourages people to, be affirmative. Whatever it is that you're doing, just be sure and stay steadfast in it. So, and like the title says, the professional troublemaker, it also kind of like helps you even in your workspace as a person of color. There's going to be a lot of challenges that you face, but
mhm.
it teaches you to hold your head high. It helps you fight imposter syndromes and most of the challenges that we face as
Yeah.
people of color in these spaces. So that's one of the reasons I love that book.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely read that. That sounds like a very good book, and I love the title. Good trouble. It sounds good. Can you say the title again?
The Professional Troublemaker.
The Professional Troublemaker. All
Yeah,
right, good. Got to get on that book for sure.
yeah.
Um, so going into the next question, natural hair is a big part of your life.
Hmm.
It is even the first thing on your Instagram description. Has natural hair affected you in your tech journey in any way?
I definitely get a lot of eyes in like my workspaces. I get looks. No one has, openly said anything to me about like my hair, but I know like I've heard side talks at work, like, you know, why did your hair look like that all the time? Why you wearing an afro, or things like that.
Mm,
Not, no one has ever like had the courage to walk up to me to say anything like that, but I continuously, wear my hair in braids and afros in whatever environment I find myself in, because I just, it's part of my identity as a black woman, and I don't want to lose that. I don't ever want to lose that, regardless of, whatever space or room I find myself in. I want to represent, where I'm from as a black woman from Nigeria, and I'm never losing my braids or my afro. So
love it, love it, love it. I'd do the same if I had actually any hair to utilize in that, but I don't. Moving into the next question, what are the double standards you have to deal with as a woman in the tech industry?
double standards. Well, people always say that, as being a woman in tech, you have to work twice as hard, to prove yourself. Um, One thing that I've noticed, when I've worked with like teams where maybe I'm the only female in those teams, they tend to maybe play down my work. Sometimes I know I've had to like go to HR at one of my jobs to say, hey, I feel like I'm not getting the kind of recognition that I should be, because I feel like my work is good, but I don't get the visibility that I should be getting. And I felt like it was because I was a woman and I was working with a lot of men.
Mm,
So that definitely has happened to me before, and it was addressed at my job. And so things like that do come up. Things like that do come up. So, but I think that's the only time that I have experienced anything that came off like a double standard, being a woman in technology. Yeah. Outside of that, so far in my 4 years of working in technology, it's been great. It's been great.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we obviously like to end on that type of question because we do see, different perspectives when it comes to the challenges of, being a woman in general in tech, and then obviously being a woman of color in addition to that.
Yeah.
So, obviously shedding light on that is very important to us, because we see obviously the trends happening where, there is more women each and every day that are entering the tech space, which is awesome. And it's going to probably be dominated by more women than men over a certain period of time,
Mm.
just because of the organization skill sets and, some of the other things that women possess a little better than most men, obviously in certain, aspects of life. So, obviously having to understand those challenges as men, could help, us work better together.
Mhm.
Uh, and yeah, again, shedding light on the challenges that you face will identify the issue and give us an opportunity to have a conversation about it. And that's what we're trying to do here. So
Okay.
again, thank you for your time. That concludes most of the questions that we had. If there's anything else you'd like to mention, please do.
Uh,
The board is yours.
um, I I think it was a good interview. Like I am happy for the opportunity to like share my experience. The Tech1 Factory, this was great. I love the work that you guys are doing. Again, just encouraging every other person who is wanting to like join the technology space as a person of color. There's a lot more. There's room for you. We have a community of people that can encourage you, motivate you. Let's support each other, and let's keep growing.
Absolutely. I think people like ourselves are pillars for others who are interested in being in space. So,
Yeah.
creating awareness together and, unifying each other is something that we must do. And people of color, no matter if you're in Africa or you're in the inner city of Atlanta or New York, I think that we all just stick together and we can make something special happen over time. So, truly excited about the interview, and yeah, appreciate your time again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Have a blessed day.